We've been working with RBK since 2020. What we find is the whole audit is very well planned. We get an information request list, we get well-written reports, good recommendations written and prompting improvements to the process within the credit union.
We've been with them probably about 8 years. Primarily they do our risk function. What I like about them is that they provide really good, strong, robust risk advice, but also they have a practical, pragmatic commercial approach to it as well. So they understand the day-to-day operations and dynamics of the credit union and challenges for the CEO.
We use them for risk management, for compliance officer, and we also use HR solutions. We find them invaluable to us, and we find that they work very closely with us. They make sure that we are doing things in the right way, that we're keeping everything in order.
This year we're continuing to see the evolution of regulation within the credit union sector, and credit unions are now preparing for the implementation of the individual accountability framework and the minimum competency code. So regulation continues to evolve and become more encompassing, and I think credit unions recognise that now and are well placed to embrace the changes that are coming.
This is the RBK 12th annual benchmarking survey, and I suppose very positive results this year compared to what we've had in prior years. A lot of the KPIs are quite strong in terms of the sector performance, so the credit union sector is in a good space to expand going forward.
The credit union sector is continuing to improve. There's a lot of positive factors, and I'm very hopeful for where it's going. However, there's no room for complacency. There's a lot of challenges coming down the road, in particular significantly increased competition from the banks and new banks, and reducing interest rates. So the sector needs to continue to keep changing, to have a stronger national voice, and to invest in technology.
We've probably all heard the old adage, culture eats strategy for breakfast, and what does that really mean? It means that if you could have the best strategy in the world, the best business plan in the world, but if your culture isn't right and your people haven't bought in, your employee engagement is through the floor, then the best will in the world will not bring your business into the future successfully. In short, it's everybody's responsibility from top down, bottom up, but ultimately what I would say is the CEO and your senior management team or your leadership team need to be on board. They basically need to be the culture champions of the organisation, and then that flows down really into that whole trust and honesty piece, even going down to psychological safety as well for employees who feel like they want to be heard as well, but that there won't be any repercussions for it.
Great insights in the sector. For me, it's really important data. We need to be assessing and benchmarking stuff against other peers, so I'm taking a lot away from that. And really like the culture piece as well. I'm really strong in culture in our credit union. I think the sector is getting there as well, and certainly some good takeaways there as well.
The statistics and feedback from the survey that Ronan provides is always beneficial and worthwhile, and Yvonne, as always, is very interesting with the HR and the developing culture, and the fact that culture is so vital to the credit union.
You have events such as we have here today, RBK, the annual event, which is very welcome and a great opportunity to meet not only with neighbouring credit unions, but credit unions generally throughout the country, and it's great to catch up with everyone here today.